Real Life Trading Nation.
Hey everybody, this is Johnny Guarco from Real Life Trading. I am the head coach and mentor for the Real Life Trading military team, and I am so excited. Today we have Troy Zeidman to talk to us and tell us about how he got involved in training. Troy, how's it going, man?
Oh, awesome, Johnny. Good to see you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you very much. Thanks for being with us. I know I appreciate it. It's actually weekend and you're taking your time out to spread the word, man, and tell us about how you got involved in real life trading. Can we start off by just asking you, can you tell a little about yourself, your history, and then we're going to get into like what got you interested in trading stocks.
Yeah, man. Sounds good. So yeah, I was commissioned as an Army officer out of the United States Military Academy back in 1998. Went to flight school at Fort Rucker, Alabama, and spent 10 years flying Black Hawks in the Army.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it was a great.
Exciting.
Did 2 OIF deployments, did a couple smaller deployments in between to other places. Really enjoyed my time, and then decided, hey, let's try something else out. So I got out. I actually went to Vanderbilt University here in Nashville and got my MBA, and started working in the defense industry. So I've been in the defense industry now for 10 years, building hardware and software solutions for ISR type platforms and special operations units. So still getting to contribute to the fight after serving, and got living in Nashville, got a couple kids, day job, the typical story.
Wow, man. What a colorful history you got, man. That is awesome. I can't believe you flew Black Hawks. That must have been exciting.
Oh man, that was so much fun. Taking teams in somebody's backyard at 2 a.m., dropping them off on rooftops. Oh man, I had a blast in the Army.
Oh man, you're giving me goosebumps, man. Thank you so much for what you did for your country. Thank you for serving. That's awesome, man. I'm proud to know you, man. That's awesome.
Well,
hey,
thanks.
Do me a favor. Tell me, so you were in the military, you spent 10 years there, you decided to get out. You went to work for the Defense Department, but what made you get interested in, the stock market? What was that initiative that got you, hey man, I got to check this out?
So it actually goes back to my childhood. So I remember, I think it was 60 Minutes, like a news segment my parents were watching. And there was this young kid trading out of the newspaper when that was about the best information you could get before the internet, for all this stuff. And he was using his dad to talk to a broker on the phone and trade stocks, and was making his own money at 14 years old, and making as much as his dad was what was reported in the story. And so that's always kind of stuck with me. So as soon as I've been able to open a trading account, I've been reading and playing in the markets, using it to earn extra cash, using it to do, whatever. It's been a great supplement to my military income. It's been a great supplement to my civilian income. So yeah, it started at an early age, and I've just consumed everything and tried so many different strategies and styles. So, yep.
Wow. Cool, man. That reminds me, I look back and say, I remember that day that I was looking in the newspaper, looking at stocks in the newspaper, saying, what the heck are all these numbers and how do you do this? And I talked to my parents about it too. And I think that's where the seed was planted for me a long, long time ago. Sounds very familiar.
Yeah, man. Awesome. I think most people have heard or seen it and have just never known what to do, right? And so, I'm sure we'll hit the RLT questions in a minute, but I mean, that's what I love about this is like it makes it real, right? You get that seed implanted, you remember it, but you don't think about it. And then all of a sudden you start seeing stuff again. You're like, yeah, man, I need to go research that. And now we have a place to do it, right?
Absolutely. So that being said, you got interested in stocks. What made you get interested in real life trading?
Yeah, actually, so like I said, I read everything I could find. I went to a bunch of seminars, actually did other groups, and I talked to Jerremy Newsome back when he was with a different company. And when he kind of disappeared off the radar and came back on, I saw he was doing something else. So I immediately had to jump on that and see what he was up to. Glad I did. One, I was paying a lot of money to these other companies, and he's posting a lot similar or better content for free through reallifetrading.com and through the YouTube channels. And so I kind of connected back with that group. And then he had the real life trading retreat here in Nashville. I think it was the first one. And I was able to attend that. I met a lot of people in the community. And that's actually where like you realize, hey, it's real. These are actual people with real jobs that are starting with small accounts and growing their accounts and really doing the things that are in the videos. It's not just some hype. It's not somebody who came in with a lot of money and is just spending more money. I mean, it was really eye-opening and really affirming to me. And so after that, I was kind of all in. I started really watching the videos and really going. Some life events have happened for me, birth of kids, a couple emergencies for the family. And so I haven't always been able to trade, but I've always stayed involved. And then this last year, I joined the afternoon swing rooms and did the subscription there. And it has been amazing. So I've done the mentorship program, and then I've done the afternoon swing rooms. I'm in that. And the content, the ability to trade along with other traders and learn as you're going and trade real money and learning at the same time and not just out there on their own. I mean, that's really what I love about real life trading. And I think, my interview and other interviews will show that it's really a community. And that community aspect is really the support that we get. Just amazing in real life trading. And I'm so excited that I stayed with it and that I'm a part of the community.
It's funny, man, you must be reading my mind. I was going to ask you about the community, but yeah, the community is just unreal. And I think that's what puts real life trading head and shoulders over any other trading community out there. So I'm glad you hit that.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was just going to add on to that. And then I want to thank you for starting the military community within the bigger community, because that gives us a chance to, really connect with people who've had like experiences and like mindsets, understand where we come from, understand the things that we've had to face, the things that we're facing now, outside of our life after the military, or if we're still in the day-to-day challenges of being in the military and trying to trade. And so, thank you, Johnny. Thanks to all the other members of Real Life Trading that have made the military community happen within the bigger real life trading community.
Man, that's awesome. But you know what? It's guys and girls, out there that are making the community, right? It's just me. I'm a retired Marine and just wanted to give back to our community, right? That we have served so well with. And we just want to help our brothers and sisters out. So pretty easy for us. And I'm excited to have you as part of it, man. We're just going to rock this thing. So that being said, that's a great lead in. So tell me about, think back about when you were flying, right? Because you're a busy guy, man. I just heard that, you were deployed and you're going into some thick stuff here and there, some stress on you. You're thinking about, hey, man, I just want to live through this, right? So go back and think about this for a second. While you were in the military, whether you were deployed or not deployed, do you think that you could have learned how to trade stocks back then?
So yes, and actually I did, right? So I remember my first deployment was right after the invasion. So the invasion happened. We were just beginning to stand up the forward operating bases, the FOBs, throughout Iraq. And so I took some trading books, stuffed them in my rucksack, and then moved all my short-term trades into longer 1-2 year trades, just so that I wouldn't have to worry about them. I knew they'd be in something that I planned to stay in for a while. I could stay in the market, stay in the game, stay making money, but also not have to worry about it. And then in between flights, during some downtime, I'd read the books. I'd talk to other soldiers who were trading, talk to other officers who were interested in the stock market. Because I think you start asking around, you'll find in the Army or in any service, there's quite a few people interested in the stock market. May not always have the best advice, but you could get that. And then, my second deployment, we got into Tent City, and then even in Tent City, we eventually got internet, routed to our tents or to our talks. And I remember, in my off time, going up to the talk or to the CP at the company level and being able to kind of just sit down and plug into the Wi-Fi and trade stocks in between missions or on downtimes or on off cycles when we weren't really flying heavy. So, I think each individual has a different role to play in the military, and so their schedules differ and vary. Guys that are way far out into the wild, out there in the little CPs, not on large fobs, it's a little harder to do, but you can do things like take the knowledge with you, take the books with you, download the YouTube videos, even if they're not real life trading, something to stay engaged and enter, in the market. But I think now most places are established. And so whether you're sitting in a trailer or a tent, you can hop on Wi-Fi somewhere and stay active. So absolutely, I think you can. I think you just got to think through it, plan how you're going to do it. I don't think you can just expect it. I think you're going to have like option A is I can't trade, so I got to put my stuff in long term, get into the country and realize, okay, I do have internet access. I can do things on a limited basis. Check your connectivity, check the latency in your trading on the trading sites, and then come up with a plan from there to trade. So I think it's possible, but like anything else, you got to come up with a plan. And then once you hit first contact, adjust that plan, right? Because the enemy has a say too. So totally doable if you think through it, put your mind to it.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Sounds like you had a big dream, man, back then, and you just knew what you had to do to achieve that dream in the future. So that's awesome. So I was thinking about this, right? Because I received some of these bonuses and tax-free months when I was deployed. So we are getting all different kinds of bonuses, whether you're a pilot or you're a doctor, or you're getting a re-enlistment bonus, you're going deployed overseas, you're getting all this, your pay all tax-free. So what advice do you have for everybody who's in the military for what they could do with those bonuses and other monetary benefits? I mean, what do you think that they should do with that money?
Yeah, so what I try to tell my soldiers is, if you haven't read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, you probably need to, right? It gives you a strategy for managing your money that's very simple. 10% of everything you make goes to you, it goes into savings. And so for me, that 10% either went direct into my TSP account for the Army, or if I wanted to, I'd put aside a little bit to trade. 20% goes to debt, and then you live off the other 70%. So my first advice is, think about the same with your bonus, right? Maybe put, 10% to the side at least to save and trade and make more money. Like I had a couple soldiers, they were hustlers, man. They wanted a new pair of like shoes or the coolest thing out. They go find a way to go buy 3 or 4, sell those, and from the profits pay for their pair.
Wow.
Right? They never wasted money. And I try to think about that all the time, right? It's so easy to get caught up when your peers are going out and buying, the new Ducatis and the new Camaro SSs out there. And it's so easy to leverage yourself to the hilt and not realize the damage you're doing to yourself long term. So please take some money and celebrate. You deserve it. Most of you have been in a place, if you've been deployed, where even if you're on a fob, you're getting rockets or mortars coming in. It is not a safe place. So come home and celebrate life, but take a portion of that. And I would suggest a major portion of that, but at least take a portion of that and invest it back into yourself. Invest it into making more money, so that you have that coming in. And if you do it right, there's a term, cash flow. Some soldiers may be familiar with it, maybe not. But if you can create that cash flow through trading, then you have actually more money down the road to buy better things, or, you can use the cash flow to make that payment on that Camaro you wanted or that Ducati you wanted, right? As opposed to just sinking all your money into it and have nothing to show. You have actually something producing for you down the road. So, the guys and gals, sisters and brothers in service right now that may be listening to this, take a look at some of Jeremy's podcasts he's done. The Broke to Woke podcast. He just did one, Earning and Living, with I guess a guy, Dr. G, and he talks about these concepts. Take a break before you spend your money and think about it. Great. Listen to some of these podcasts and learn how to manage your money before you just go spend it on just something that you think you need right now, but maybe you don't. Because long term, I've watched soldiers get into bad car loans. I've watched them blow all their money on a huge trip when they came back, and now they're scraping by day to day. I've watched senior NCOs have to move back into barracks because they didn't manage their money properly. Like, brothers and sisters, if you heed anything, listen to what Jerremy says. Think about the 10-20-70 concept in The Richest Man in Babylon, and really think about how you're managing your money, because those bonuses and the reenlistment bonuses and the sign-on bonuses and the money you save from those are awesome tools, and you may only get one chance to do it right. So educate yourself and be smart about how you do things.
Man, that's awesome. Great advice. So what I just heard you say is, you got these bonuses, you got this tax-free money that you would have never had. So why not use money to make money? You still keep that money, in like your TSP or whatever it may be, but then you're turning that money into a machine that's making money. And then you can buy the things that you want to buy, right? Have the things that you want to have, but you still retain that bonus or, those deployment tax incentives. So that's great advice, man. That's awesome. Yep. Let me ask you, wow. I mean, your military, civilian career, you're trading stocks and options now. What are your future goals?
Yeah, so I'm kind of a self-improvement guru, so to speak. Not guru. Let's just say I'm a fanatic. I read about that stuff all the time, right? And so, I've been trying to set affirmations and goals for myself. And so you kind of breathe some stuff out in the world, and the rest of you kind of hold close chest. So I'll kind of share with you that long term, really one of the things I want to do is get to be $1 million trader.
Nice.
I will tell you, I'm starting out with a very small account. I don't mind saying it's less than $2 or $3 grand. It's a very small account. I'm going to build it up, but I've talked to members in this community who've started out in the same way. And this is not like some infomercial. It took them 8 to 10 years to get there, but through the dedication and the hard work, through the one-on-ones with guys like you, Johnny, and the other mentors, they drove and drove and drove, and they're making a lot of extra income on the side. A lot of them have quit their jobs. They left the military. They missed the camaraderie. They missed the mission. They got into a job because they had bills to pay and family to feed, and they were miserable. And they've given themselves that path to financial freedom. I mean, it's real. Like I said, I was skeptical myself until I went to the first real life trading retreat. There are people doing it. So that my future goal in short term is to continue to learn the skills, continue to learn some of the things you and I talked about, go back and rewatch the training and the videos that are free out on the website, and then push myself to that long-term goal of being $1 million trader.
Wow. Man, I'm going to be right by your side. Whatever I can do to help you get there, come to me. So talking about that, I just heard you talk about financial freedom, right? Because what is that exactly? That's not only having the money, but the time, right? Because, people don't want to work the rest of their lives. And having financial freedom is having that time and having the money to live a great life. Do you think that you can achieve, I think I already know the answer, but do you think that you can achieve true financial freedom through trading and what you know now today?
The short answer is yes. I think the long answer is financial freedom means something different to a lot of people.
Yep.
So for example, I would love to be $1 million trader and still have some other kind of side job. Right now, I enjoy the stability and the psychological safety of having a full-time job. So financial freedom for me is getting rid of the stress of the debt that we've accumulated as a family from lots of moves, from having children, having my wife, she had a car that blew up, and so we had to refinance one car into another. So we have a huge car payment that we're almost done with.
Yep.
And then the other piece for me for financial freedom is travel. I would love to fly first class, stay in a nice hotel, take my kids to England, to see the cliffs of Dover, to see where World War II happened, to see the history. that is financial freedom to me, not having to worry about it. I remember my parents, they didn't have that. We drove in a station wagon all the way down to Florida, stayed in a Howard Johnson's motel, that was several miles from the beach, had to load up to the beach. And that was a financial stressor for them just to do that. And so financial freedom to me is to be able to do that and not have to worry about it, and not have to overthink it, not have to over budget it. Somebody else that may be quitting their job, like you said, and being able to trade full time and not have a boss and not have to worry about it. So, I think anybody has to decide what financial freedom means to them. Right. But I think all of us can agree, if you can create other streams of income, other sources of cash that frees you up to do the things you want to do, that's a basic financial freedom I think everybody can get behind.
Awesome. And you think you can achieve that through trading?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think, like I said, this community has proven it to me. I've always had that, we're soldiers, we're sailors, Marines, we're airmen. We have that go get it attitude, that type A personality, the over, under, through, around type mentality. So I think we all can get there, but sometimes you just need that little bit of confidence. And I found that in this community watching others do it. And so I don't think I'm smarter than the average bear, but I do know a lot of people that put in the hard work and dedication. And if they can do it, I know I can do it. And if I can do it, then I know anybody watching this video can too as well.
Yeah. Let's throw out our love for our coasties, because I love my coasties.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. And our Space Force right now, our Space Force, right? Yeah,
Space Force. My bad. A lot of my brothers got out as captains and then went over to the Coast Guard. So yeah. Shout out to those guys for what they do every day. Sorry if I left you out.
Work every day with those guys and girls. So absolutely. All right. One more question for you. So, that we have this military mentorship program that we're getting ready to launch. I think you're familiar of what we're going to do and how we're going to go about doing it. What do you think about that program, and as a way for, our military folks and our vets to get introduced into trading, learn how to do that, and create that extra income for themselves? What are your thoughts?
So my first thought was, wow. I mean, this is really an amazing opportunity. I personally have been, telling my friends and my contacts, other veterans, about the program. And really the reason why is because there are good programs at RLT, right? I mean, there's some great, amazing free content. There's some great, amazing paid content.
Absolutely.
But this course really is going to give you the one-on-one time, in a smaller group, to do training, to do some train the trainer, and more importantly, to do live trading along with someone else. And, I don't know of any other program that I've been a part of outside of RLT or within RLT that really gives this kind of attention to the students. And I'm really excited to see the veterans come in and be able to really get like a Kickstarter, right? I mean, This isn't, hey, I'm going to watch the videos and do it on my own. This is, I'm going to come in, and by the time this class is over, I'm going to have a really solid foundation. I'm going to have a really solid network and community to work with. And, I personally wish this was available when I started. I really think it's amazing, and I'm telling everybody I can about it. If you're watching this video now and you're on the fence, please go check it out. I don't think you'll have another experience like this anywhere else out there in any trading education forum. So hands down, absolutely go after it. And, Johnny's leading this. I wouldn't tell you this if I didn't really truly believe in it. Johnny's a great American. He really knows what he's talking about. He's helped me just in our small conversations. And I think you're going to get some good one-on-one time and some live trading time with him and the other RLT mentors. So, don't hesitate. Please go check it out.
Awesome, man. Yeah, when we designed this, we designed it around that real close, personalized approach to doing this, because that's the best way that I learn. I like being in a small elite group, right? I love being able to focus in with that small group and work together as a team on things. And so that's how this whole real life military mentorship program was designed, is just getting people from the very beginning stages, even like they don't know anything about the stock market, all the way to a point where they're able to now look at charts and graphs, gather information, make great decisions, and become profitable on their own. So no, I really appreciate that. And man, I am so looking forward to our future together, Troy, man. I'm just so excited about the future. We're going to go out and touch the lives of thousands of, active duty, reservists, veterans. We're going to go out there and help them show a way that they can learn how to trade stocks and options, and I think you said the great word. This military mentorship program is about building that foundation from the ground up. And so, yeah, man, I look so forward to working with you on that. And I appreciate the shout out. It's going to be about the team. And let's do this, man. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate being a team member with you. And, I told you I'm here for you any day, anytime. So reach out to me and let's do this, man. Let's rip this.
Yeah,
if you guys and girls want to check out Real Life Trading and or the Real Life Trading Military Mentorship Program, simple enough. Just go to reallifetrading.com. It's all one word, reallifetrading.com. You can go check out Real Life Trading, and you can check out the Military Mentorship Program. If you want to reach out to me, send me an email. I'd love to talk to you. Simple enough. You can reach me at johnny@reallifetrading.com. Simple enough. JONNY@reallifetrading.com. So again, Troy, thanks a million, man. We got a lifelong journey of greatness in front of us, and I'm just so excited. Thanks for spending time with me today and telling everybody about your trading experience and where you're going in the future.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it. Thank you, Johnny, for having me.
Thank you very much. Look forward to talking to you guys. Let us know how we can help. Go check it out, reallifetrading.com. Have a great day.